Good afternoon. The midday news. I am Mariam Ahmad. Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke says his administration will do everything possible to take the state to the next phase of infrastructure development toward a better economic growth. The governor stated this at the Esco Lodge of the governor's office while unveiling a massive 159 billion naira infrastructure plan for this year, reiterating his administration's commitment to advancing education, road development, and health care without resorting to external borrowings. Governor's office correspondent Oluwatobiloba Odunuga has more of the story.
As part of the 5-point agenda of his administration, Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has unveiled a massive 159.1 billion naira infrastructure plan for 2025, covering road construction, education, and health care. Speaking at the unveiling ceremony, Governor Adeleke reiterated that his administration will fund his projects without borrowing, while relying on state allocations, internally generated revenue (IGR), and recovered funds owed by the federal government. Governor Adeleke highlighted his administration's achievements in the past years, noting the completion of 150 kilometers of roads, 200 primary health centers, and 99 schools, alongside ongoing major projects such as flyovers in Ile-Ife, Okefia, Lameko, and Ilesha.
In line with my promise never to be distracted from my vowed commitment to serve the people of the state, I am unveiling a new set of infrastructure projects to further expand the dividends of democracy to all corners of Osun State.
He assured the public that all existing projects will be completed within the fiscal year. For road infrastructure, the governor announced an allocation of 101.8 billion naira for the completion of inherited projects and the execution of new ones across the state. In the education sector, 1.98 billion naira has been earmarked for school renovation and upgrades in various districts. Additionally, the health sector will receive 2.76 billion naira to complete the renovation of 124 primary health centers to further strengthen healthcare delivery at the grassroots level. Governor Adeleke further emphasized his administration's commitment to financial discipline and economic growth, assuring that all projects will be executed without accruing debt. He also underscored a strong local content policy, ensuring that Osun-based contractors, engineers, and artisans will be prioritized to boost the state's economy.
That as our standing policy, we are not borrowing a kobo for the funding of these projects. As our last 2 years have rejuvenated the state economy, the new round of project implementation will further deepen the local economy and thereby tackle poverty and create collective wealth.
As Osun embarks on another ambitious phase of development, Governor Adeleke has reaffirmed his dedication to bridging the state's infrastructure gap and attracting foreign investment, among others. It has been Oluwatobiloba Odunuga reporting.
The House of Representatives has called on the Nigerian Communications Commission to direct internet service providers operating in the country to immediately block all websites that host obscene and pornographic content. The resolutions followed the adoption of a motion titled "Need to Block Internet Websites hosting pornographic content and sanction defaulting internet service providers," moved by Honorable Dalhatu Taufiki during plenary in Abuja. The House also directed the NCC to apply the Nigerian Communications Act and the National Information Technology Development Act against defaulting internet service providers. Moving the motion, Taufiki observed that the rise of explicit content on the Internet was becoming a widespread issue, yet no significant measures have been implemented to address this concern in Nigeria. According to him, Nigeria upholds strong religious values, with all major faiths in the country opposing indecent exposure and immoral content in any form. The lawmaker further noted that several nations across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East have established laws prohibiting the distribution and access to such materials within their jurisdictions. Honorable Taufiki acknowledged the warnings from respected experts in psychology and sociology regarding the negative effects such contact may have on individuals' mental and social well-being. The Economic Community of West African States has activated its standby force to curb terrorism and other transborder crimes in the sub-region. Minister of Defense Mohammed Badaru made the announcement during the 43rd ordinary meeting of the ECOWAS Committee of the Chiefs of Defense in Abuja. Badaru said the meeting underscored their shared commitment to addressing the critical security challenges confronting the sub-region by leveraging their collective expertise, resources and commitment to make a tangible impact on fostering peace, stability and prosperity in the sub-region. He said stakeholders in the sub-region must identify and strictly adjust to the changing order of the global landscape in which emerging threats of terrorism, organized crime, climate change, cybercrime and pandemics respond with respect to parties. ECOWAS Commissioner, Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Dr. Abdel Musa, said despite the recent withdrawal of 3 African countries, the ECOWAS maintains the free movement of persons and goods in building a community and a united force of people. And now from sports, Super Eagles head coach Eric Sekochale has dropped in form Getafe midfielder Cristianos Uche and Rangers striker Cyril Dessers as he unveiled his final 23-man squad for the upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. According to reports, the omission of Uche and Dessers has raised eyebrows, especially considering their exceptional performances for their respective clubs this season. Reports added that there are 4 new invitees, with Tolu Arokodare, Daniel Mustafa, Igo Ogu, and Kayode Bankole all getting their maiden call-ups. The final squad includes goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali and Bankole, defenders William Ekong, Calvin Bassey, and Olaoluwa Aino, midfielders Alex Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi, and forwards Ademola Lukman, Victor Osimhen, and Simon Moses, among others. Nigeria, sitting 5th in Group C, will confront the leaders of the group, Rwanda, in Kigali on March 21st before taking on Zimbabwe's Warriors at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, Uyo, 4 days later. And currently, the Super Eagles need consecutive victories to boost their chances of reaching the tournament. And now from the foreign scene, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Mauritius for a 2-day visit, during which he will be guest of honor at the island nation's 57th National Day celebrations. Mr. Modi was met at the airport by his counterpart, Navichandran Ramgoolam, who returned for his 3rd stint in office last year. The Indian Prime Minister is due to hold meetings with the country's top leaders on the agenda to discuss the upgrading of bilateral and strategic ties on reinforcing their partnership for security and development in the Indian Ocean region. Before the talks, Modi paid his respects to Mauritius' former Prime Minister Siwosagu Ramgoolam and laid a wreath in his botanical garden. His visit comes days after U.S. President Donald Trump said he would support a deal between Mauritius and Britain over the future of a joint U.S.-British military base in the Chagos Island. New Delhi has historically backed Mauritius' claims over the Indian Ocean archipelago. Still on the foreign scene, the United States has broadened its slate of tariffs and levies on steel and aluminium imports, taking effect with no exceptions or exemptions. President Donald Trump's 25% duties on both metals will likely add to the cost of producing various goods, from home appliances to automobiles and cans used for drinks, threatening to raise consumer prices. Trump has imposed steep tariffs on major U.S. trading partners Canada, Mexico, and China since returning to office, allowing only a partial rollback for his country's neighbors while vowing fresh levies from April 2nd. According to a chief economist, Gregory Dapo, the latest duties will again impact Canada heavily, with the country supplying about half of U.S. aluminium imports and 20% of its steel imports. However, the European Commission said it will impose a series of countermeasures from next month in response to the unjustified trade restrictions from the United States. European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen said that the Commission regrets the measure and it is responding with countermeasures worth $28 billion, the equivalent in euros. That ends the midday news on OSBC TV. Join us at 3 for the State News. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon.